Hey, welcome back to the channel. Sam here from High Life Campers. Now, I've not done a video for a couple of weeks because we've been really busy, because obviously we are fast approaching summer now. So conversion companies like ourselves, we start to get really busy around this time of the year because people are trying to get a camper either converted or find the right camper in time for summer. So I've not really had a chance to do many videos recently. But I wanted to do this video today really because I've had a few conversations with people recently about some of the vans that we're starting to get in stock, ready for the summer season. So if you've been following us on YouTube for a while, you probably know that we kind of focus more on the kind of premium end of the market, and we tend to really only buy base vehicles now that are sort of 2019 to 2022 with fairly low miles, because most of our customers are looking for a slightly newer vehicle with less miles. So we're doing our best to try and cater for our customers and deliver the right sort of base vehicles with the right conversions. So the main reason for this video is to talk about the differences between the T6.1 Startline van with a business pack in comparison to the Highline model. Because in the past we've mostly only really bought Highline vans, and the main reason for that is that most of our customers do want all the kind of luxuries that they're used to having on a car. Because we're all used to driving nice new cars with, you know, powerful engines and all the mod cons and all the technology inside the car. So when people are coming to get a camper or buy a base vehicle for a camper, a lot of our customers are looking for all of those kind of luxuries in the van. And that's probably the main reason that most of our customers do want a T6.1 van rather than a T6. And they also want the Highline model. But if you've been down the VW Camper rabbit hole for any length of time, you're probably starting to realise that if you do want a nearly new T6.1 van with very low miles, and you want it to be a Highline model, and you want a brand new conversion fitting to that van, or you want to buy a completed camper on a nearly new base vehicle, then you are starting to look at prices of anywhere between £55,000 and £65,000 or even more for that type of camper. And although there are a lot of people out there that do have that kind of budget and are willing to pay that for the right camper, those kind of prices do tend to push people just outside of their kind of budget range, which means that they can't get the exact camper that they want. So what I want to do now is just run through the differences between the T6.1 Startline model but with a business pack on it in comparison to the Highline van. So most T6.1 campers or base vans that you see will either be a Startline or a Highline. But there is quite a big difference between the Startline package and the Highline package. But when the newer T6.1 Startline vans have a business pack on them, that kind of brings them very close to the Highline spec. And they are a lot cheaper than Highline vans. So this is one of the main reasons now that we're going to start buying Startline vans with business packs, because it gives you virtually everything that you need for a lot less money than a Highline van. Because one of the reasons people are put off from buying Startline vans, especially the older T6 van, is because you don't get the same level of technology in the van. So you don't get things like cruise control, you don't get air conditioning on most of the Startline vans, you don't get colour-coded bumpers, and there's quite a few other little bits of tech that you don't get on the basic Startline van in comparison to the Highline. So in the past, that's why we've always bought T6 Highline vans. But now they've brought out the T6.1 Startline with a business pack, you can now have virtually everything you get with the Highline, but for a fraction of the price. I'm talking about £4,000 or £5,000 less for that same van, which means that you're able to have a nearly new van with a brand new conversion for less than £60,000. So what I'll do now is I'll run through a list of features that you don't get on the Startline business pack van that you do get on the Highline. And as I start to go through these features, I think you'll start to realise that actually it doesn't really matter whether it's a Startline business pack or whether it's a Highline, because they are very small differences. Okay, so the first thing that you don't get on a Startline van, even with the business pack, is you don't get actual alloy wheels. They are steel wheels, okay? But this isn't a problem when you're having a conversion done, or we're converting a van, because we take the wheels off the van anyway and we replace them with brand new 20-inch alloys. So the fact that a Startline van doesn't have alloys as standard isn't a problem if it's going to be converted. So that's the first thing about a Startline van that you don't need to worry about. Now, the second thing that you don't get on any Startline van, even with a business pack, is you don't get colour-coded bumpers or wing mirrors. And some people don't actually mind having different coloured bumpers and wing mirrors because it adds a different dimension to the van. But I would say most people do want colour-coded bumpers and wing mirrors. So if we ever buy a Startline van, we would always colour-code the bumpers and the wing mirrors. So that would also eliminate that problem if you were to buy a Startline business pack van from us. Now, the third thing you don't get on a Startline van, even with the business pack, is adaptive cruise control. So I personally really never use cruise control. So that really shouldn't be a deal breaker for you, the fact that it's not adaptive, it's just standard cruise control. control. Now, the other thing that a Startline van doesn't have, even the business pack van, they don't have front parking sensors. So on the T6.1 Highline van, you get front and rear parking sensors, but on the Startline with the business pack, you only get rear parking sensors. And I don't know about you, but I only really get a benefit from the rear parking sensors, and I actually find the front parking sensors on my car really annoying. In fact, I've got sensors all around the car and it's constantly beeping and annoying me. But with the Startline business pack, you only get the rear parking sensors, so when you are reversing a van, that is a really important feature to have. So you do get that with the Startline business pack van, so that also eliminates that problem. And then the other thing that you don't get on the Startline business pack van that you do get on the Highline is electric folding wing mirrors. So the wing mirrors on the Startline business pack do fold, but you have to manually do that, which for me is not a huge problem. And again, it's not worth paying extra £3,000 or £4,000 to have those electric wing mirrors. So they do come on the Highline. You just press a button on the side of the door and it will fold the mirrors in automatically. But on the Startline, even with the business pack, it will have to be a manual fold, but you can fold the mirrors. So again, these are really, really tiny features that don't really affect the day-to-day use of a camper or a van. But they do massively reduce the cost of the base vehicle, which means that you, like I said, you can have a completed camper on a nearly new van for a fraction of the price that you would pay if it was a Highline van. So this is one of the main reasons that if you've been looking at conversion companies, they have a lot of Startline vans in stock. And that's because they are able to sell them a lot cheaper than they are the Highlines, because they're obviously buying the vans for cheaper in the first place. And then the other great thing about Startline vans, even with the business pack, is that there are a lot more of them around. There's more availability, which is one of the main reasons why they are cheaper than the Highline vans. So if you're looking for a camper that has got very, very low miles, I'm talking sort of delivery miles up to around maybe 2,000 or 3,000 miles, and you want that to be fitted with a brand new conversion, and you want to do that for under £60,000, then that is certainly possible if you are willing to take a Startline van with a business pack. And I actually emailed our newsletter subscribers yesterday to let you all know that we've just had a phone call from VW, or one of our contacts at VW, to let us know that they've got 7 Startline vans with business packs with just delivery miles on them. So there's actually 7 vans, they've only got 50 miles on them, and they're actually pre-registration, so they essentially are brand new vans. They're all Startline and they've all got the business pack. I think there's 2 or 3 silver vans, there's 2 or 3 white ones, and I believe there's 1 Indian grey van. So they're all manual, 5-speed, but they've got the full business pack. So you've got the leather multifunctional steering wheel, you've got cruise control, air conditioning, rear parking sensors, and all the things that you really need to make a vehicle comfortable. And once one of those vans has been fitted with our Platinum conversion package, which is our top spec package, they're going to come in at £58,800, that's including VAT. So you would essentially be getting a brand new vehicle with a brand new high-spec luxury conversion for under £60,000, which I think is a really reasonable price when you look at the cost of some of the campers out there, especially the Highline models. So if you're looking for a nearly new base vehicle with a brand new luxury conversion, and you want to be able to choose the colour of the roof and the flooring and the upholstery and the furniture, and choose from 18 different styles of alloys and really put your stamp on a van and have it in time for summer, we do have access to these 7 vans, and our next conversion slot available is the 1st of June. So if you did take one of these vans and we booked you in for the 1st of June, you would have a brand new luxury camper by mid-June, so around the 15th, 16th of June, in time for summer. And because we are getting a lot of inquiries now for customer conversions, and we're also obviously doing our own conversions, we are getting booked up very, very quickly now, and we don't have any space down until the 1st of June. So if you are interested in having a Startline with a business pack, with literally 50 miles on the clock and a brand new conversion, all you need to do is just comment below this video on YouTube and we can arrange a phone call, or just head over to our website, which is highlifecampers.co.uk. I'll put that on the screen just here. Just head to our inquiry page and just send us a message, and we'll get back to you when we can arrange a phone call. And if you're interested to know more about what's in our conversion packages, I will put a link to our conversion spec guide, which you can see here. I'll put a link to that in the description below this video on YouTube. And you can also download that for free on the homepage of our website. So what we do in that guide is just give you a detailed breakdown of all the features of our conversion packages. So as I say, there is a link below this video on YouTube to that guide, and you can also get it on the homepage of our website. So if you've got any questions about anything that I've covered in this video in terms of the differences between the Startline business pack and the Highline, there are a few other things that you need to know about, but essentially there aren't any real major differences between the Highline and the Startline with the business pack, especially on the T6.1 model. If you're looking for a luxury camper with very low miles, just ready to drive away. I will also put a link to our available campers in the description below this video on YouTube, and you can also find our available campers on the homepage of our website. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you do that, because I do share regular information videos covering all different topics around VW campers. And I also share all the base vehicles that we've got coming into stock, and also all the finished campers that we've got available. So make sure you hit subscribe, and if you've got value from this video and you've enjoyed the content, please also consider hitting that like button so we can help YouTube go and find more people to help with our channel, and I will see you in the next video. Speak soon.